Hello. The game has started and my opponent's opened with Budo. I have Butades. For 64. What else do I have? I have the out prefix and the auto prefix. I have the sub prefix as well. I think Butades looks okay for 64. I'm not seeing others here. Terrible pickup. A truly terrible pickup. I can play double M here for 26. And lucky to get it. Opponent more than likely will be looking to capitalize on this hotspot at H15. Is there anything better than 26 from this rack? I have Morn here, which sorts the rack out slightly better than the MM play, but it's half the score. So I think I will go with MM or however you want to say it. Takes another M, I think. 3 M's. If you have a blank and a play like Gumption. No, Gumption wouldn't work. Okay, back to the task at hand. Opponent goes with doubles. Now, I just want to see if he's given me a Wem play for 29. Yeah, that's a slightly better score than MM. Okay, that's what I'm going with, I think. Still consonant heavy. Looking at maybe a 5-letter play, getting rid of 3 consonants. Aprons. 22. What else is good here? I have the non-prefix. Non. Naprons is good, but that doesn't. Actually, it does reach the double. 24, leaving an S hanging out there. Doesn't seem fantastic. Okay, opponent does take that spot, so I'm kind of restricted now to playing through these 2 vowels, or perhaps, yeah. Maybe I will go with aprons. Is there an AMP word? Ampors or... Okay, aprons it is, just to sort the rack out, I guess. I draw the V and duplicate N, so don't think I'll be bingoing here. Ventman, no good. Native, no, there's no... Okay. Looking at a four-letter play. Vine looks okay in terms of the duplicates on the rack. Scores quite well. I don't think I'm missing a bingo. Yeah, I think I'll go with Vine. Looking a little better now. I have the regiment through an I. Ragment is good, but not regment. Metering as well through an I. I still have that men component of a word. Looking at this O and the D, an ED ending word perhaps. A bit too consonant heavy for that, I'd say. Regment, regiment. Opponent taking some time with this move. I think Meg looks okay, or maybe Meng for 18. Yeah, this looks okay. Good thing I got rid of an extra consonant there, because they seem quite few and far between on my rack. Reciter. Okay, agitato. Nice bingo by opponent. I have right. What else do I have? I don't have. Meng. Does Meng take an E? Henge. Yeah, I think it does. Because I think I have a mnemonic for words ending E-N-G-E, 5-letter words, and I think Stonehenge, so those are the big rocks, the big stones at Stonehenge, so view them, I think, which is all the consonants of the words view and them, and there is an M there, so actually, do I have rectory? No, that's rectory. Anyway, site seems fine for 26, but I'd love to get rid of one of these R's, so let's do crier. Is that crier? Yeah. Earliest, that works. But it doesn't currently play on the board, unfortunately, unless scryer is good. Scry is, but not scryer. The G looks handy. Now, is there an anagram of earliest? Steely. Agitator, any front hooks? Not that I can think of. And does the A assist for a 5-vowel 8? Not seeing one. Now, Steely, yeah, it doesn't seem to play either. Oh, almost. Oh, nothing for going above YA, that's a shame. So, scryer, I don't think scryer is good, but we'll try it. Earliest. Oh, it is good, scryer. Because I knew scry was good, but I didn't know that it was a comparative or an adjective. Anyway, that's worked out. Have some heavyweights here by way of the J, X, and Q. They don't go fantastically together, apart from J and the X can work, I guess, if I have a U to play through. I don't. G-list is good, but that's of no great. Nice score by opponent, 30 points. Now, I have a G here. 36 gets rid of 2 vowels, which I'd like to do. The X hotspot looks tempting. .55 gives back relatively easy scoring spots. Well, actually I do like this because my J does play above double E, and if I draw half decently I might snatch a 5-letter J play across onto the O, or take advantage of JA to the left at an absolute minimum. Yeah, I'm going with axe. Not a bad pickup, but do I have a 5-letter J play? Jalik, no good. Okay, opponent capitalizes on the opening I've created and is now just 18 points behind. Don't quite have Jowl. Actually, I do have. What do I have? QI at a minimum. Any other good Q spots around the board? I've kind of given up on the J play here because I'm just not seeing a 5-letter play beginning with a J. That's a shame. What about... Quella is good, isn't it? Or am I making that up? Quella, Quena. Yeah, that looks fine. No, it's maybe it's 2 L's or Quellia. Quellia. I think. What about equal? No, equal doesn't work. Quail doesn't work. Oh, that would have been a handy Q spot. Am I missing? It's Quellia. Quelia. Pretty sure. Rial is good. That's of no great use. What about sake? Sake is CAIQ, so that doesn't get the Q. So close on so many occasions, but what about jail here? Jail. It's not a bad rack leave. 37. Yeah, 37. Does create a lane though. But if opponent plays in that lane, he's giving back scoring opportunities in the other lane. Ooh, heavyweights. Q and the Z. Now, do I have a 5? I have Toke. Okay, at a minimum I have a 48-point play. I have Taus as well. Touze. Or is it... Yeah, Taus. I have quote as well. If opponent takes that toke spot, I have quote here for a similar score. Quoter, even better, 47. But things could backfire for me if opponent Bing goes right at the end and I swallow the Z. I could lose. So let's see what opponent does, and we'll inspect the tile bag for the right strategic move. The end game crucial in these scenarios where a blank is still floating out there and there are heavyweights on your rack to get rid of. Now, I can't see a play that incorporates both the Q and the Z. I would need an I to play through for quiz or an A for quartz. Board quite tight, so floaters are not available for those kinds of plays. There are a fair few clunky consonants here, so now I think quoter is... I've got to get rid of the R definitely, because there are only 3 vowels left and 6 consonants, so I think this is the play. It also blocks off that C as a potential floater for bingos. Quota for 47. Okay, I draw the K and the Z. Well, the Z I had, but Kazi is good. On to an I. No I's available. Crayons. I think crayons might be good, actually. Crayons for 36. South African word, if I'm not mistaken. Does opponent have a bingo here? He has the wind component and the hind component of a word. WH has some synergy too. Just nowhere to really get a bingo down. I mean, the O perhaps, but unlikely. The jail takes S hook, so that's of no real use, I don't think. A WH play here would score about 50, but that's not going to be enough. So a play of WIDS, WHIDS maybe. 51, I think. What else? So I think Kranz is good. If opponent blocks that, maybe a play of Kaz, 34, but really do want to get rid of the K and the Z if possible. So yeah, not quite sure how to do that. Opponent, he plays Wood, setting himself up for another play of Sin, S-I-N. But I think I can go out with Crayons. Yeah. So that's the end of the game, 451 to 355. Thank my opponent for the game. And let's have a look at what we missed. We'll go back to the beginning. And opponent went with Budo, which looks fine. That gave me Butades, and that was the only bingo there, so happy to have spotted that one. Doubles for 39, but Pueblos for 42. Getting the B doubled. That's not one I've seen before. Pueblos. And a Wem for 29 was best. That was my play. Put off for 28. Piffed. P-double-F-T for 24. On to the T. Opponent went with... he did play that, yeah. So put off was through the U. Okay, getting the F tripled. But nice find by opponent with a tricky rack. Moron, that was the one I was looking at. 9F. Moron would have been good, getting rid of some of those duplicates, and NPS pretty good rack leave too. Apron seems fine, was the highest score, but burnt the S. Vitro for 16, Revo for 24. 12A. Revo, but yeah, opening up the trip lane. Opponent went with Vitro. Vine for 30 was best, sorted the rack out nicely. Totted for 29. Opponent went with Vide. Then Meng for 18 was fine here. Agitato, nice bingo. Opponent gets that one down, overlapping Meng. Crier was best for 30. And then You Carry On. Wow. You carry on surprising me with these strange words. Where was that? 10F. Ah, nice. Okay, that's only very vaguely familiar. Probably seen it in a list 6 years ago, once. 74, opponent went with Ya. Now, Eliast was the only bingo with Scryer. And Orsign for 41, that was a good score at 4C. Orsign, nice, getting overlaps and underlaps all over the shop. Opponent went with Corny. Axe for 55 was best, and that our opponent had a beautiful rack here. Agonies for 80 and a whole host of others. He went with Goatees. Now, Jail for 37 was best at 11J. I was a little worried about that because it did create an easy S hook, but looking at the remaining pool, it was unlikely that a bingo was going to come down there. Now, which for 57, wow, that's almost worth doing. It is, in fact, it is worth doing. Burn the blank for 57 and take a slight lead. Wow. Okay. Opponent decided not to burn the blank and just play La. And just looking from opponent's point of view at the remaining pool, the bingo prospects were pretty slim, I would say. Not a lot of bingo-y tiles left, and opponent didn't have a great leave after La. He had WHI blank, and you would have to draw really well to draw into a bingo ending in S or with an S in it, because he would have had to use the blank as an S, as there were none left. So yeah, I'm liking which in that scenario. Quota for 47, Toke for 48. Where was Toke? Oh, Toke was 1K. I did identify that, but I thought, no, why leave an E up there that opponent can utilize if you don't need to? So opted for a safer play, 1 point less. And then Whids for 51. Now this would have brought opponent within 16 points. So, not 16, 26. Yeah, 26 points. So I still would have had a bit of a cushion there. And yeah, I think from this point it was unwinnable. Opponent went with Wid and then Crans for 36. So yeah, that was a pretty good game. I think it flowed fairly well for me. Most racks were fairly straightforward, I think. Opponent struggled a bit. 1 or 2 misses, but I think all in all a decent game. Hope you enjoyed watching that one, and I will see you next time.